Welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Sam Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. Hope all of you are doing well, taking care of yourself. Hair's getting a little bit longer. Can't wait to get a haircut. I hope some things move around here pretty soon. I don't know. Hard to say. Hope you're being safe. We're going to do an episode on rosé. It's about time. We're getting to the 1st of May on Friday. People are starting to move around looking for rosé. Now, you know my beef. We should drink rosé year-round. But, you know, I'm just happy that people are doing it more and more during the summer months. We sell a ton of rosé, and I'm excited about that. Just a real quick one on rosé. They can make it two ways. They can dedicate the grapes to rosé. In other words, they leave the juice on the skins until they get the color they want, which can take anywhere from 2 to 12 hours or longer if they want more color. And then they press the juice and they get the rosé, and the rest of the grapes go away. Or they can use the Saignée method, which is French. Saignée is French for to bleed. So they bleed off some of the juice, and then they save the rest of the juice. They keep it on the skins and make what they're making, whether it's Grenache, Syrah, Cinsault, Mourvedre, whatever it is. And they get a more concentrated juice, and they blend that with one that they're fermenting to make those wines. So, the Saignée method, a lot of wineries use that. It's a good cash crop. They get a rosé and the other wine. Makes sense, right? So we have 3 rosé, 1 from Provence, 2 from Italy. And a lot of people love Provence rosé. We'll look at this first one. It's the Minuti M 2019 Côte de Provence. Rolls in at $24. Now you get on the nose. So this doesn't tell you what grapes are in here. Dig the color on this. Very, very light. Salmon-like. I mean, almost see-through. A lot of people love that in rosé. I don't know about you. How do you feel about that? I've tasted a lot of darker rosés that are very dry. I think some people equate dark with sweet, and that is not the case in a lot of rosé. A lot of winemakers, they want to make their rosé dry. That's what it's all about. In fact, there's an area in Rhone called Tavel, T-A-V-E-L, and all they make is rosé in that appellation. And these guys are dark. I mean, they're meaty, they're chewy. I love them. I always seek out Tavel. In fact, I'll probably do an episode in the next couple of months on Tavel rosé. Let's see what we get on the nose with this one. The M Minuti. A little bubblegum, cherries, and a little bit of watermelon, but not super aromatic. Let's see what we get on the palate. There you go. Watermelon, cherries, touch of strawberry, but a crap ton of herb de Provence, which is very typical for that area. They have a lot of herbs that grow around the area of Provence. This has a ton of it. So if you like herbal wines, a little bit earthy and herbal, you'll love this wine. It's well made, very light and well made. Talk about a salad wine. You have this with a salad. It'd be with little tomatoes, ripe tomatoes. Maybe just a little bit of blue cheese, you know, crumbled gorgonzola. This would be beautiful. Beautiful, I'm just telling you. So it's a well-made rosé. I'm not sure if everybody would like it because it is so herbal, but a lot of you out there like that style. I'm going to go B+ on that. Well-made rosé, I like it. Now let's move on. This one's a mouthful. This is the 2018 Ca' di Frati, Rosa di Frati, and it's from Rivera del Garda. It's a Rivera del Garda Classico, and it is, the appellation is Rivera del Garda Bresciano, which is near Lombardy. And, you know, it's kind of nice to do a rosé from that area. That's Lombardy is where they got hit hard with the coronavirus up in northern Italy. They're doing better up there now, which is good to hear. So this is primarily this has a little Sangiovese and Barbero in it, along with the Grappello and Marzemino, grapes I don't know if you've heard of, but Grappello is the main grape of this region. I looked up the percentage, I cannot remember, sorry guys, but Grappello is the main grape along with Marzemino, Sangiovese, and Barbera. Color a little darker than this. This is a kind of salmon with a little like copper penny thing going on in it. Let's see what we get on the nose. That's it. I'll show you the bottle. $19. Ca di Frati. 19 bucks. None of these are inexpensive, guys. Sorry about that. I mean, 19's okay. But you're going to get more from, Provence. And they have an area in Provence called Bandol. And Bandol, man, those rosés can be super expensive, like close to 50 bucks. Especially Tempier Bandol rosé. Very interesting kind of root vegetables like rutabaga and carrots and a little plum action, strawberries and cherries, and just a slight hit of watermelon. Let's see what we get on the palate. The cherries come through big time with a little plum coming through and some strawberries. That kind of root vegetable I was talking about is underlying. Good acidity though. This finish is really dry, but it has a solid fruit up front, which a lot of you will like. So it's nice to get kind of that fruit taste and the dry at the same time with the acid. It's kind of a little touch of spritz on my tongue. Not off-putting, not a flaw. I'm just getting it there. Solid dry finish on this one. Solid weight in the mouth. Only 13% alcohol. That's good. I think this is a Classico. Here's the problem with rosé in the store. There's so many good rosé that are 15 and under. I mean, people search out the Costa d'Armines. Camp Auger does a really good rosé. It's like $9. I just got one from Savaya Cellars, the Jack Rosé, delicious rosé, $12. You have all these different rosés. Croix Belle, I just tried, really good rosé, very inexpensive. So you have all these inexpensive rosés. And what happens is you start getting into these guys like this, like Provence, and this one from Rivera del Garda Bresciano, and you're going to get they're going to charge a little bit more money. The quality is a little better, the complexity is a little better. You know, Herb de Provence on this one, big time. This has just good acidity, very complex, nice rosé. So sometimes you have to pay a little bit more to get these, and a lot of people don't mind. I mean, what is it? Angels. Oh, I lost it. Sorry. Nice hit of fruit right on the mid palate. I like it. Little tangerine action joins on the finish. Yeah, lots of tangerine. Like it very much. I'm gonna go B+, A- on that. Whispering Angel is one I was talking about. A lot of people clamor for Whispering Angel, and then 27 bucks, 28 bucks for Whispering Angel. So people are not. They will spend money on rosé. Very famous Provence rosé, X, AIX, which is the name of the town. It's pronounced X. Rosé. It runs about 15 bucks. A lot of people love that wine. They buy a lot of it. So we're talking $19, not too much more. 26, I know that's a lot, but 24, but that's less than Whispering Angel. So here we go. This is the La Cuva Rosé d'Ival, and this rosé at $18, and it's primarily Nebbiolo with a little Grovain and I can't think. Nirette. That's it. Grovain and Nirette. If you've ever heard of those grapes. Color, little darker. It's the darkest of the bunch. Don't let dark fool you. Don't be a rosé snob and say, oh, if it's not light, I don't like it, it's going to be sweet. That's not true. We have some very dry, darker rosé. Man, what an interesting, almost get like a marinade. Yeah, I'm getting like a barbecue spices on this, which is really weird for a rosé. Barbecue spices, cherries. A bit of strawberry action coming through there. You like to color up? Sure. Yeah. See, they color up the grapes. Rosé, right? I think rosé is a good call, especially if you're a red wine drinker. You want something a little more refreshing. This has a lot of red wine qualities. I mean, I'm getting barbecue spice off this, and it's a rosé, which is normally what you get off a red wine. Yeah, very interesting notes. Let's see what we get on the palate. You get plums, strawberries, cherries, big time. Good weight on the palate. Only 12.5 alcohol. I mean, good complexity. Very interesting rosé. This is a conversational piece. When you're having this wine, it's Nebbiolo, which they make Barolo and Barbaresco out of. A very famous grape in northern Italy. And it has all these characteristics. I mean, I get a little bark action. I get a little cherry, I get a little watermelon, I get a little plum, I get all of these characteristics in this wine, and that barbecue spice comes through on the palate as well. Wow, I mean, barbecue spice on a rosé? And it has a little bit of rust. I think that's what's really getting to me. There's a little rust, like you get a Nebbiolo is big time on rust. I don't know if you ever heard Grovin or Nearette, but those are the other two grapes they use in this. But very Nebbiolo-like on the palate, but it has some interesting flavor profiles. I like this wine. It's non-vintage, which is very interesting. Non-vintage, $18. People are big on vintages. A lot of people like the newest vintage. They'll be seeking out 19s. I don't mind a rosé being a couple years old. In fact, I have a 17 on the floor right now, made from Barbera. It is fantastic. I've had at least 3 or 4 bottles of this rosé. I like it a lot. So don't be afraid if it's a couple of years old. It's not going to hurt it if it's well made. This is a well made rosé. I'm going to go B+, A- on that as well. I think that's what I went on this one. B+, A-. Solid rosé. Are you excited about rosé season? What is your favorite grape made into rosé? Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite region? Why don't you make a comment? Let me know. Thanks for taking just a little time out of your day. I really appreciate it. This has been a tough episode for me for whatever reason. I don't know, but it happens sometimes. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Tell your friends about this program. I hope you're enjoying it. Spread it around. Let people know that there's this kind of goofy blue-collar wine guy doing wine episodes. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.